Meteorologist Scott Padgett. Scott, you actually issued a weather alert because of that dense fog this morning.
Yeah, a first alert weather day for this morning, and it's only going to be for a few hours because the dense fog advisory is in place. So with that in mind, it's in place until 7 o'clock this morning. Visibilities are less than a quarter of a mile. When that happens, the National Weather Service then does issue that dense fog advisory. You can see it does include Jack County, Wise County, Parker County, where we have our rover out there, and continuing down through parts of Bosque County and west. The conditions will be improving over the next couple of hours, and we won't have the first alert weather day through the majority of the day. But you can see that we have visibility that's now down to about a mile in Mineral Wells, even less than that in Cisco and Eastland County, less than 1/10 of a mile near Ranger Hill, about 3/10 of a mile, 8/10 of a mile in Stephenville. So we are dealing with those visibility levels further, or at least worse, back to the west. But even in parts of the Metroplex, McKinney down to about 3 miles up through parts of Paris. You can see about 2 miles to about 3/10 in Bonham. The Futurecast shows through the 6 to 7 o'clock time frame as we have dry air mixing down to the surface, we're going to be seeing that fog dissipate. First alert radar nice and quiet this morning. We did see really quiet conditions for us. The southern plains also showing the cloud cover is continuing to thin out, and that will be the story as we go through the day ahead as that dry air mixes in. So I do expect to see a little bit more sunshine through late afternoon hours. Now into Friday, we start to see more scattered shower activity working back into the forecast Friday into Friday night. But remember, I talked about that dry air mixing in. Look at the dew points down to about 10 in Sherman by 4 this afternoon, 12 in Denton. That's very dry air. Remember, sometimes we have dew points in the mid to the upper 60s during our summer months. So this is very dry air that's in place. So that dry air will clear out those clouds. We're now down to 49 degrees at DFW. So that's an update over the last 20 minutes. We've seen the cloud cover thinning out just a bit more. Dew point at 47, a northerly wind at 8 holding together. We're seeing temperatures that are dropping down to about 38 in Bowie, to 47 in Denton, 46 in McKinney, 50 in Waxahachie, to 51 in Cleburne. So across the Metroplex, we're at 46 in McKinney to now 48 in Dallas, 51 in Arlington. This is an indication to me that maybe some of that dry air is starting to mix its way on down, and we have that happening. The clouds clearing out. Temperatures can cool down just a bit, and in some spots we're 10 to 11 degrees colder than this time yesterday. Other areas only 3 degrees colder. So we'll be in the low 50s to the upper 40s the next few hours with that fog around through about 6 to 7. Then I expect that mix of sun and clouds going to about 9 to 10. We have first alert weather days for Saturday because temperatures in the 40s all day, scattered rain showers. Sunday, morning rain and storms tapering off in the evening. Temperatures warming up just a bit. So that first alert weather day is because of more rain and maybe some storms in the forecast going into Sunday. The Futurecast shows the rain sticking around into Saturday night. Then Sunday, you can see a lot of that activity shifting its way to the east. How much rain can we expect? Well, as we go into Saturday and Sunday, it depends on which forecast model you look at. Generally, we're getting a little bit more consensus with the rainfall total near an inch at DFW. So the first alert 7-day forecast shows we warm back up to 60 on Sunday, rain chances at 50%, then dropping off. Then on Monday, sunny skies on the way, 66 degrees. We do have a strong front, Madison and Carmen, on Tuesday, dropping our temperatures, highs only in the mid 50s Tuesday and Wednesday.